Hey, I'm here with Bas Rutten. We're watching some of the clips from Never Back Down. We all know that you can have all the moves, but if you don't put the time in the gym, you don't get that strength training going on, you're not going to have the power to make these things happen because the guys are usually fighting against you.
Yeah, I would say technique first, but if you have strength and technique, you're already better. Of course, stamina. I always say stamina is the most important thing.
Which goes along with the training, strength training as well.
Yeah, for sure. Especially the strength training we do, like kettlebell trainings and everything. But I'm looking forward to it, so I hit the space bar because, man, I want to check that.
This was one of the hardest scenes of the movie. This went on for about 2 weeks. Just 12 hours a day doing the strength training stuff, climbing up and down.
Switch!
And we got the rings, doing those pull-ups, building up those lats.
Yep.
And everything else.
Breathe. Never back down. Come on, pick it up. Push yourself.
I'm going to do that in a little bit. You see how?
No, we don't need to do that.
But the kettlebells I use for my hips, and especially for my last fight, for my comeback fight. I want to have really strong hips. I'm going to show you on the kettlebells how that works.
All right.
Kettlebells! Okay, let's take the 50 pounds for now.
Is this the 50 here?
That's the 50, yeah. Now what you want to do with it is, you're going to grab it with both hands, and you're just going to hang it on your legs. And now your hips, thrust of your hips moving forward is actually the reason those things go up. A lot of people, they start doing this.
You can do it. Never back down. Go. Breathe. Push yourself.
You're using the shoulders, right?
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to, you really want to go up, see? And the harder you throw your hips, the stronger your hips become. And that's going to be really good for when somebody shoots in on you, you can stop mistake.
Ah, I see. No, and that's also good for the lower back, right? Because when you come down, you've got to give it a stop.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of use your lower back a bit to stop it and pop it back up, right?
You probably felt it like a day or 2 days later, like it's here, it's your butt, it's your abs.
Right.
Yeah, this is pretty much the only exercise I use with the kettlebells, other than taking, for instance, this ball here, and I'll take 2 of them, and I go, I lay on top, and again, now I hold like I punch, see? And I let them come on my shoulder. This is a total different exercise than when I do it here. Here it's really light,
Right.
but the higher you bring them closer to your eye line, the more difficult it is, and it's more triceps, and it's exactly the way you punch us. You can feel it.
Now, you've never used the big guys and accidentally cracked yourself in the head or anything.
No, I never. You know, I'm very afraid of those to make mistakes. With weights, a lot of mistakes happen. There are different kettlebells with a little wider grip. I like those better because the wrist is also thicker, so you're automatically training your grip also.
Oh,
like if I go around, it's easier for me to hold, of course, than when you have only this.
Right.
So, and there are kettlebells available with a grip like this. I would take those if you're ever thinking of buying one.
I'm going to show Bas some of the clips from the movie that have our speed training techniques and see what he thinks. I remember doing this. Now this we did just over and over and over and over again as long as we could do it. Also builds up a lot of stamina.
Yep.
So that's before I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Beat the bag all day long without breathing.
In one breath. The breathing, first of all, you do, of course, to keep your breathing pattern intact. But second of all, if you throw a punch and you blow out, you automatically, if you do the sound, you automatically flex your abs.
Breathe with each strike.
Other than that, of course, you need to put oxygen in your
Right,
muscles.
well, especially with all the speed training
Right.
and whatnot, you got to have that constant flow back and forth, you wear yourself out even more, right?
And it's very difficult. It's like you said, if you grab somebody and you're lifting him, a lot of guys go, and they forget to breathe. And it's the trick to keep breathing, keep that breathing pattern going. You know, once you start interrupting it, that's where you get tired. That's why a lot of people, they on the back, they're really good, and they can go for 12 rounds on the back, but then once they're sparring, they get tired. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about fighting. Training in a nice little environment here in the dojo and with your friends, that's really easy. But to have the same performance in a fight, if you mess up, you're going to get knocked out or you're going to get submitted. So it's a lot of pressure.
Clear your head, guys. Clear your
So
head.
You gotta bang that
Clear
out.
your head.
That's it. That's the
All
trick.
right. You want to show me some?
I want to show you something. I like to be light on the toes. I think training your calves is very important. That's really simple exercise for that. I actually use also jump soles. But you can put your feet next to each other and just start doing this. Keep your legs stretched and just and constantly press only off on the balls of your feet. And if you do this a lot, your calves are going to be very explosive. If you stand on your heels, see now you're using your upper leg, which is not as fast.
Right.
That's when you stand on the balls of your feet. You're
Right.
way
Quick
fast.
explosion right into it, right?
Absolutely, and for that we have like the bungee exercise.
Yeah.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna sprint, whoop, boom, touch the belt, come back, 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 and then you come to me, and I'm gonna give you, in this case, to keep it easy, I give you like 10 right straights. Whoop, 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 and go, and forward, whoop, and forward, good. Whoop, and now come to me, and then you stand still, and whoop. Good, good, see? Yeah, it's pulling it back. And then you go back. And you're going to do the same thing again, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to stand here with a kicking shield. And then you're going to do knees, and then you're going to do kicks. And then you're here, and then you say, okay, 10 left hooks. Boom, boom. And it starts again.
It wears you out.
Yeah, it wears you out.
I forgot to breathe. As you saw, when I wasn't breathing, when I was getting really tired, I was just, but then when I started breathing, it started to get a little rhythm to it.
You see how difficult it is, because if you're punching, you lose a little bit of balance, the bungee cord is pulling you back.
Right.
You got to keep constantly, especially your back foot on the floor. That's where your straight punches come from.
Right.
If I would stand like this, you see there's no power. If I want to try to push you away like this, it's not going to happen.
Right.
I need this foot on the floor.
Yeah. And also I learned that too with the balance. When I was up here, those first couple of right crosses I threw,
Yep.
I stood up into them, and the cord yanks me all the way back.
And then you
Shows
start
me how off
focusing.
balance I am.
Yep.
Keep everything low and center.
And then push straight forward. That's it.
Gotcha.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.